Are you struggling to overcome negative habits that hold you back from living your best life? Do you find yourself caught in cycles of laziness, envy, or worry, wondering how to break free? You're not alone. In our fast-paced modern world, many of us grapple with these challenges daily. But what if there was a way to address these issues using timeless wisdom? Welcome to our journey into the teachings of the ancient Stoics. The Stoic philosophers, such as Seneca, Marcus Aurelius, and Epictetus, provided powerful insights on how to lead a fulfilling and resilient life. In this video, we will explore 7 behaviors that the Stoics advised us to avoid and learn practical strategies to overcome them. By the end of this video, you'll discover how to tackle laziness, combat selfishness, let go of materialism, overcome envy, stop gossiping, manage anger, and reduce worrying. These insights will help you transform your daily habits and mindset, leading to a more balanced and peaceful life. So, if you're ready to make a change and embrace the wisdom of the Stoics, stay with us. Let's dive in and uncover how these ancient principles can solve modern problems and help you become the best version of yourself. Number 1. Laziness. The Stoics emphasized the importance of making the best use of our time. Seneca said, "It is not that we have such short time to live, but we waste so much of it." Marcus Aurelius echoed this sentiment in his Meditations, advising, "At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, 'I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of if I'm going to do what I was born for, the things I was brought into this world to do? Or is this what I was created for, to huddle under the blankets and stay warm?'" Aurelius continued, questioning, "So you were born to feel nice instead of doing things and experiencing them? Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants and spiders and bees going about their individual tasks, putting the world in order as best they can? And you're not willing to do your job as a human being? Why aren't you running to do what your nature demands? You don't love yourself enough, or you would love your nature too and what it demands of you. So, how can this apply to your life? Maybe you have a personal project like writing a book, starting a small business, getting in shape, learning a new skill, or pursuing a creative passion like painting or playing music. Or perhaps you're a student preparing for an important exam. Whatever your goal may be, the principle remains the same. When the alarm goes off early in the morning and you find yourself struggling to get out of bed, remember Marcus Aurelius's words. Remind yourself that getting up and taking actions that will lead you closer to your goal each day is the greatest gift you can give yourself. To combat laziness, you need to eliminate distractions like social media or unnecessary tasks. By reminding yourself of memento mori, the idea that life is short and each moment is precious, you can stay focused on what truly matters. Imagine dedicating an hour each evening to working on your business plan, conducting research, or taking actionable steps toward your goal. This dedication is part of your purpose. By overcoming the initial urge to relax and committing to your project, you make steady progress. By applying this Stoic principle, you transform your approach to your personal projects and to yourself. You prioritize your true self-expression and purpose over laziness, using your time effectively to achieve your goals and bring your aspirations to life. This disciplined approach ensures that each day is a step closer to achieving your goals and realizing your dreams. Number 2. Selfishness. The Stoics emphasized 4 core virtues: courage, wisdom, temperance, and above all, justice. Why is justice considered the most important? Because if you practice courage, wisdom, and temperance without considering others, your actions become selfish and don't contribute to the greater good. The Stoics believed in sympathia, the idea that we are all interconnected and should work towards the collective well-being. By helping others, we help ourselves, as we are part of a larger community. To combat selfishness, cultivate empathy. Understand that others have struggles, needs, and lives as complex as yours. By putting yourself in their shoes, you can see that everyone needs a bit of kindness and support. Withholding your help from others denies the world the kind part of you. which is especially needed in today's world. So, be empathetic and stop being selfish by considering the well-being of those around you. Number 3, materialism. The Stoics believed that true happiness comes from within, not from material possessions. Consider the story of Diogenes the Cynic, who wandered the streets naked and slept in a barrel with nothing to his name. Despite his lack of possessions, he became famous for his wisdom and was known throughout the world. One day, Alexander the Great, the wealthiest and most powerful man of his time, decided to visit Diogenes. Alexander, commanding vast armies and possessing gold beyond his desires, approached Diogenes, who was lying in the sun. Standing over him, Alexander declared, "Behold, Diogenes, I am Alexander the Great." Diogenes looked up, squinting, as Alexander offered, "What would you desire?" "I can give you anything you could possibly want." Diogenes simply replied, "Stand out of my sunlight." The point is that Diogenes desired nothing, and therefore there was nothing he lacked. In contrast, Alexander the Great, despite his immense wealth and power, always desired more, and thus was never truly satisfied. To avoid the trap of materialism, the Stoics recommend practicing gratitude. This simple exercise can help you shift your focus from what you lack to what you already have. Try the gratitude exercise. 1. Think of 3 things you are grateful for. Take a moment to truly appreciate each one. It could be the fresh air, the people in your life, or your current pursuits. 2. Next, think of 3 things you are excited about. This could be as simple as enjoying a cup of coffee, meeting colleagues at work, or engaging in your daily tasks. By regularly practicing gratitude, you fill yourself with a sense of purpose and excitement, which diminishes material desires. Gratitude helps you realize that desire is just a promise you make to yourself to be happy only when you get what you want. Number 4, envy. Envy is a powerful emotion that the Stoics believed we should avoid. It can make us focus on what others have and devalue our own possessions and achievements. As Seneca wisely said, "If you are not happy with what you have, you will not be happy with what you get." Think about a common scenario in today's world. Maybe you have a decent car that you're happy with, but then you see a neighbor driving a brand new luxury vehicle. Suddenly, your car seems inadequate. Or perhaps you feel content with your career progress until you scroll through social media and see a colleague who has just been promoted or started a successful business. These comparisons can make you feel envious, making your own accomplishments seem less significant. The rise of social media has amplified these feelings of envy. We often follow people online who seem to have better lives, more wealth, or more exciting experiences. This can lead to a constant sense of dissatisfaction and longing for what others have. How to combat envy? Here are 2 possible ways to overcome it. 1. Unfollow sources of envy. If you find yourself following someone out of envy or jealousy, unfollow them. Instead, follow people who bring you joy, education, or fulfillment. 2. Develop self-confidence. The Stoics believed that building self-confidence helps eliminate envy. When you are confident in yourself and your abilities, you don't need to look outside for validation. You become content with who you are and what you have. To build self-confidence, start by doing small tasks outside your comfort zone daily. These small challenges help prove to yourself that you are capable and strong. Over time, these actions build your self-esteem and reduce the tendency to envy others. Number 5, gossiping. The Stoics valued honest and constructive speech, avoiding harmful gossip. Seneca described gossiping as a form of social pollution that harms both the speaker and the listener. Marcus Aurelius advised that if we see someone doing wrong, we should show them how to do right. The idea is that if you notice someone making a mistake and you choose to gossip about them instead of helping, you are not only ridiculing them, but also ignoring your own past mistakes. Haven't we all made similar errors? If you know the right way to do something and see someone else struggling, isn't it better to guide them rather than criticize them behind their back? One of the best pieces of advice I've ever heard is to speak positively about people when they aren't around. Compliment their good deeds and their character. If you can't say something nice, then it's better not to say anything at all. Speaking well of others when they are not present reflects positively on your own character. It shows that you are trustworthy and respectful. On the other hand, if you talk negatively about someone behind their back, it reveals more about you than them. When I hear someone gossiping, I can't help but think that they would do the same to me if I weren't around. That's why it's important to avoid gossip. Speak well of others, and if you can't, then choose silence. This practice not only benefits others, but also enhances your own reputation. Number 6. Anger. One of the emotions the Stoics strongly advised against was anger. Seneca even wrote an entire book on it, explaining why anger is such a powerful yet destructive force. He emphasized how it can ruin our lives, harm others, and negatively impact the world around us. Often the consequences of anger are irreversible. Once you shatter a glass, it can't be mended. Once you inflict pain, it can't be undone. Marcus Aurelius noted, "How much more harmful are the consequences of anger and grief than the circumstances that arouse them in us?" This highlights the idea that the fallout from anger is often far worse than whatever triggered it in the first place. So, how can we avoid getting angry? Seneca suggested that the best remedy for anger is delay. When you find yourself in a situation where someone has irritated you, it's wise to take a step back and distance yourself from the immediate emotional response. By taking a break and assessing the situation without emotional attachment, you can determine the best course of action for improving the situation. Reacting in anger typically only escalates the problem and provokes others to respond with even more anger. Instead, taking a moment to pause and reflect can help you handle the situation more effectively and peacefully. Number 7. Worrying. The Stoics advised against worrying about things outside of our control. Epictetus introduced the concept of the dichotomy of control. Some things are within our control, like our opinions, motivation, desires, and actions. Other things, like our health, wealth, reputation, and external events, are not within our control. Understanding this helps you focus your energy on what you can control rather than stressing about the rest. When you worry about the past or the future, you neglect the present moment. The past no longer exists, and the future is merely a projection. Focus on the present, where your actions can make a difference. This mindset reduces worry and brings a sense of calm and control. To stop worrying, practice these 3 steps. 1. Dichotomy of control. Focus only on what you can control. 2. Be present. Use reminders like memento mori to stay mindful of the present moment. 3. Write down your thoughts. Putting your worries on paper helps you make sense of them and reduces their power over you. Congratulations! You've taken an important step toward transforming your life through the wisdom of the Stoics. Each of these 7 behaviors, laziness, selfishness, materialism, envy, gossiping, anger, and worrying, can hold us back from reaching our full potential. By recognizing and addressing these behaviors, you are not only improving yourself, but also positively impacting those around you. Imagine a life where you wake up every morning with purpose, free from the chains of laziness. A life where your actions are guided by empathy and justice, not selfish desires. Picture yourself content with what you have, immune to the allure of materialism and envy. Envision relationships built on trust and respect, devoid of harmful gossip. See yourself mastering your emotions, keeping anger at bay. And finally, experience the peace that comes from focusing on what you can control and letting go of unnecessary worries. By embracing these Stoic principles, you are laying a strong foundation for a life of fulfillment, resilience, and true happiness. Remember, every small step you take in overcoming these behaviors is a victory. Celebrate your progress and stay committed to this journey of self-improvement. You have the power to shape your destiny. Use these teachings to guide you and watch as your life transforms in ways you never thought possible. Stay strong, stay focused, and always strive to be the best version of yourself. The world needs your unique contribution, and by living these principles, you are giving it just that. Keep going and embrace the amazing journey ahead. We've reached the end of our discussion, and I hope these insights have been helpful to you. Remember, you're an important part of this channel and community. If this video has helped you reflect, learn something new, or simply resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up so more people can benefit from Stoic wisdom. And if you haven't yet, check out our ebook on Stoicism and how to apply it in your life. Subscribe for a daily dose of Stoic wisdom and a more fulfilling life.